Good afternoon. This is the video update for Tuesday, May 14th, and the rally that is never going to end continued higher and higher again over the last couple of days on, as you can see, lower and lower volumes, but that does not matter as we continue to rocket higher. And actually, over the last couple of days, we've started to see the rally kind of spread out. The greed factor is really starting to sneak into a lot of stocks, especially if they have a nice chart setup and they get a reason to run. They are starting to take off, and that's a very bullish thing, at least for the moment. Now, a lot of chatter out there, all the sell in May and go away people are starting to get back into stocks and starting to chase them crazily, especially the large cap stocks. And that craziness is starting to spread out throughout the market. Looking at the Dow, another new high. RSI is just now breaking up through the 70 level, so although we're overbought, it could continue to get a little bit overbought or more overbought. The transportation stocks, again, continue to zoom higher, and just like the Dow, it is doing it on lower volumes. The trend has been lower. The summer volumes are slowly creeping in as the market slowly creeps higher. Economic data over the last couple of days has been positive. It won't be too long before we start to see chatter about the Fed pulling back, especially if the economic data continues to pick up. That's the red flag. That's the thing that'll probably put a pause in the market if and when the Fed actually comes out and says, hey, we're going to back off a little bit here. But for now, that's not the case. So upward, onward, and upward we go. 15-minute chart. We redrew the channel that was in place on the weekend video, and you can see we are just following through that channel. Actually, right into the close, that big surge, 30-point surge last 20 minutes of session pushed us above that bearish rising wedge, and that has actually been something that's happened a couple of times on this rally. So when are we going to pull back? Who knows? We've got support right now at 15,130, and below that we've got the 200-day moving average in this time frame. And if we go back to the daily chart, we're riding the 8-day moving average higher, and that's down there at 15,076. And then we've got a lot of moving average support below that. Russell, nice little move higher on this one. And again, just like the other indices, just a slowly moving to all new time highs and all-time highs, and that's where we are. There was a stat floating around today that the S&P 500 has never had so many stocks above its 200-day moving average, I guess going back to the March 2000 dot-com implosion. Not that this is a totally different time than back then. We could be still in the early stages of the rally here, at least if we go off that article on how this market rally is a lot like the 1995 rally, where we just continued to slowly move higher for the entire course in 95 and ended up 34% on the year. So far, market up 16% midway through the year. So actually really on track to mirror that performance from 1995, and things really started to take off after then. But anyway, let's jump into some stock plays because we're starting to see good charts break out, especially if they have news on a reason. JOEZ, Joe's. This one sold off on profitable earnings, you'll recall, last month. And we've got a very, very nice symmetrical triangle breakout that happened today at $1.84, which is where we went long on the stock. We also saw a positive MACD cross, a bounce off Stochastics 50 level. We had increased volume as well, and we have RSI that held the 50 level and bounced. I like the setup here. This chart is setting up for a rule of 2 over the next couple of days. I think we are going to be adding to this position on a break of 2 and looking for 220. Peers, P-Sun, one of its peers, boom today, and actually boom over the last couple of days. True Religion Jeans got bought out last week, so there is a lot of momentum starting to push into these retail stocks, especially on the much stronger than expected retail sales report yesterday. The drop in gasoline prices, shoppers are out. Shoppers are out, retail stocks do well. These guys have been posting very good earnings report. I think we are on the cusp of a very big move in this stock. PRTS. This is a stock. You can see here, U.S. Auto Parts had a huge spike last week. The stock got upgraded from neutral to buy by Roth, then came all the way back down, has found the little bottom here, so the chasers got shook out. Little consolidation, looking for a move to 140, 150 plus. Very nice chart set up here. Stochastics have come all the way back down rather quickly over the last 3-4 days, especially after the big spike that it saw. I like buying charts like this when stochastics are under 30, RSI holds 50, and we got a nice 5 times average volume today on this one on the bottom reversal. So very, very nice setup for us here over the next couple of days. CLSN, this one had a big pop last week on the AFFY big spike 100% move. Now, these guys also posted earnings last week, and in that earnings call, they said that, biotech stocks never die, even when they have bad trial data. They've been mining the data, and they found some positive subset data, and they're going to release that information at a conference on Thursday. So this stock should see an anticipation move ahead of that, I believe, tomorrow. A break of 98 cents, the 50-day moving average, should bring the chasers in here with about 15-20% possible upside, depending on what kind of news, what kind of spin. This is actually the right kind of market for a stock like this to put in a very big move. So watch this one very, very closely tomorrow for a nice little bounce back. OIBR from the pop scan. Again, look at this chart. This is Brazilian telco, kind of like the Brazilian AT&T. Just walked down over the last 2 months, but we've got what appears to be a bottom action here, and we broke that downtrend line, that 2-month downtrend line today. First target is the 20-day at 242, and then this one could make a nice little pop up to the 260, 280 level. Stops right now on this one would be 226, 227. RSI curling up through the 30 level. Stochastics have also broken the downtrend, so this is a chart that looks very, very nice for a recovery play over the next few days. Cocoa, on the weekend video before it, I sent out an email of the high short interest stocks under $10. And if you've been paying attention to that list, it has been popping left and right. Stocks have been blowing up. I mean, that's what they're doing. They're killing the shorts in this market right now. 28% of the float is short on this stock. We got a nice breakout from our ads around 208, 209 today. It actually closed on the highs of the day. The peers in the sector, Seco and Apol, up big today as well. 2 other heavily shorted stocks. So the high short interest angle that we've been playing so far is doing very, very well. New trading alert today. Actually, I didn't send out a trading alert in this. Actually, keep an eye on it. WaveX, mobile security play, hammered over the last couple of weeks. Essentially what this was financing shorts, talking a deal, shorting the stock, deal gets announced, down it goes. These guys make 50% on their money. They get a bunch of shares really, really cheap. Actually, it was at 50 cents. So the stock is actually 25% below the offering price. So we should see a nice little bounce back on this one. And rising tide lifts all boats. This one's rock bottom right now and could see a nice little bounce for us over the next couple of days. Another stock we jumped into in the chat room today was API. We jumped into this one, 47, 48 cents on the huge move on 3D stocks. Traded as high as 56 cents. Backed off a little, got painted right on the bell at 50 cents, but the real close is actually 52 cents. So these bottomed out tech plays are starting to reverse course, starting to get volume. We've been seeing buying interest and buying volume come into stocks like we haven't seen in the last month, and that is a positive for the rest of the week. It looks like buyers and traders have an appetite for risk right now, and with nice chart setups, that is a very good thing. So we've got some very, very nice setups going into tomorrow's session. Another couple of stocks to keep an eye on, RVLT, the LED stock's doing very, very well. This one looks like it's going to continue to move tomorrow, but LEDS, its peer, they actually closed this one on the lows of today. RVLT looks like it's going to continue higher tomorrow, so we could see this one, LEDS, a nice little pickup for a bounce back to the 160s tomorrow. So that's it for the video. If you've got any questions, shoot me an email, feedback, buysellshort.com. Have a great evening. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.